Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to a weekly COT review. Today we're going to be analyzing the 42nd Commitments of Traders Report of 2023, and as we always do, we shall start off by looking at the largest changes in commercials positions. But before we jump to the review, just a brief reminder for those who are new to COT analysis. Here at COTBase.com, you'll find a lot of educational material. Not only do we have these in written format, but we have some very useful videos as well. These videos can guide you through the analysis process step by step. We have some very useful tutorial videos. And of course, we are always here to answer any questions you may have either through the comments of YouTube, or you can just send us an email to info@cotbase.com. So let's get to it and look at our first market, which is gold. Of course, we are analyzing the classic COT data. We have multiple COT report types. As you can see here in the settings panel, I brought that back for just a second to show you. So we have the classic COT report. CFTC calls it the legacy report. It has the longest history, but around 2007, 2008, CFTC started publishing some newer report types, the disaggregated traders and financial futures and commodity index traders report types as well. CFTC offers these reports in two formats: futures only or futures and options. We've actually created the options only data type, but in these reviews we are looking at futures and options combined on the classic COT report type. Of course, there's a lot of market categories in the reviews. We show you a few. But let's get to the review, because I'm pretty sure you're excited to see what's going on this week. So we have gold on top of our list with a 24% change in commercials net positions based on a 52-week look back period, which of course corresponds to 1 year. And that is why we have this 1 year chart in front of us. This recent report can be seen here at the very end. Commercials, of course, represented with the red line. Large speculators here are in green, and since small speculators trade in a much smaller volume, we have them on a separate scale chart underneath the commercials and large speculators in blue over here. So this recent report is showing a much greater than average change size in commercials net positions. I'd say top 5 for sure. It is a bearish COT change signal, suggesting we could see some retracement of the price that has been in a rally mode since early October. If we switch to the 5 years chart, we get a chance to examine stress levels in this market, which, as you may see, are leaning towards the bullish side of our analysis. On this 5 years chart, of course, we have the ability to see greater extremes just at those bottoms. So bullish COT extreme combined with a short-term signal, the bearish COT change signal. So we may see a bit of a decline early next week. But of course, as I always say, I put a little bit more emphasis on the longer term tool, the COT Extreme analysis, rather than the COT change. Of course, if you are trading in a shorter time frame, then of course COT change signals could be helpful. But I would advise you to have a look at our wonderful iCOT Intraday Indicator. And I can show you this on TradingView over here. This is our own unique indicator that we developed after many, many years. It is strongly connected to COT analysis, but the data itself is not from CFTC. It's our own data. This is a 4-hour candlestick chart on gold, and this really shows you the benefit of this supplemental tool. We have an extreme buildup just before this bottom, and of course the after signal is something that is very useful to filter out a lot of unnecessary signals on the way. So it's a very good point in time to enter the market. So once again, this is gold on a 4-hour candlestick chart, but you can go down really to shorter time frames. This, for example, is a 5-hour candlestick chart. The setting here is we are looking at any signals from the long side, since we are in a uptrend, and we are putting a more stricter requirement for bearish signals, meaning we are only looking at stripe signals that are, of course, more rare. So that's a settings we have here. Very useful tool for anybody who would like to supplement their COT analysis with something effective on the shorter time frame. But let's get back to our review and move on to our next market, which will be cotton. Here we have a 22% change in commercials net positions. Going to the 1 year chart, you can see the change size over there. Once again, it is larger than average. That's why we're talking about it. We have seen such greater changes in the past. It is a bullish COT change signal, suggesting some sort of strengthening in the near term. Moving to the 5 year chart, you can see that we had a significant bullish extreme back in the early part of this year. Nothing really happened. Actually, the markets stayed in this stagnating mode. We've moved away from those stress levels, but maybe with this recent change size, we are headed in that direction. So there's not much to conclude from stress level analysis in the case of cotton. The next market we're going to have a look at is oats. You see metals complex. That's something unique for our subscribers, where we combine sector data into one combined COT data. So all the metals are combined, the separate COT data for each market. Silver, gold, platinum, copper, palladium are in one combo of data, and that's what the metal complex does. So this is oats, a much smaller market. You can see that there are periods of times when there's no data at all. So that's something you should keep in mind. Of course, we are analyzing COT change signals, so we should analyze this on a 1 year time frame. So it is a bullish change signal, suggesting strengthening. We have been witnessing oats fall since the end of August. This is possibly the largest bullish change signal since then. So who knows? This may have an effect on the market, and we could see prices rise in the near term. Now, it's always important to have a understanding of the wider picture, and that's why we look at the 5 years chart and examine stress levels. We are closer to bullish extreme levels, but you can see that not long ago, the end of last year, early part of this year, we had greater COT extremes. We have seen a rise in the market, but then again, a decline as well. So right now we are witnessing, in the past couple of weeks, basically since early September, a bit of a rise in bullish, relative bullish stress levels, but nothing like extraordinary obvious right now. I'd say the larger than average change size could be something you can hold on to. Moving on to large speculators, COT Extreme, we have all-time COT Extreme in wheat complex. Again, you know what? I'll show you wheat just to show you what complex COT charts really mean. Basically, in the wheat market, again, we have 3 different markets. We have the Chicago wheat, the Minneapolis wheat, and the Kansas City wheat as well. And what you can do in this chart is choose one of the 3 markets, which obviously correlate with each other strongly. So maybe it would be better to look at grains or softs, complex. But anyhow, what we do is the data you see underneath this chart is the combined COT data of each individual market. So right now we have an all-time COT extreme reading, meaning that overall in the entire wheat sector, we have a significant, never ever seen bullish stress level, suggesting a bottoming pattern. Okay, so that's what it means, and we should expect across wheat markets a rise in the medium to long term. The next market is palladium. Here we have an all-time COT extreme, not only in commercials, but also in large speculators positions as well. And of course, you see that this is a market that has been declining for quite some time. So stress levels building up on the bullish side of the market is not surprising. And we should be expecting a bottom to happen in the next couple of weeks. Could be month. These stress levels can be building up for many, many weeks, possibly month before you see the market reacting to that. Okay, so yeah, and then of course here's the one of the wheat markets, Minneapolis wheat. So this is the COT data for this individual market. It's not the complex, and of course we are not surprised to see that huge all-time extreme here as well. Last but definitely not least, we've got another grain, soybeans, with 188 report extreme in large speculators net positions. Of course, you can see basically commercials going net long, and that hasn't happened too many times since 2020. It was the case a couple times before that at these bottoms, but right now that's actually the case. It is a significant bullish stress level, but this example from May of 2019 is something that you should keep in mind, that we could reach even greater extremes in soybeans. Nevertheless, it's good to see other correlating markets. Of course, grains may have a correlating pattern. So if we have a significant extreme in the wheat complex, then of course that may be something you can consider when trading soybeans, or just simply look at soybean meal, soybean oil, for that matter. What are those markets doing? There's a lot to do here at COTbase.com. Of course, a lot of ways to analyze these markets. You can dig into a specific market. We were talking about soybeans. So if you go over here to the left side panel, you can actually look at the soybeans market and look at all the COT report types, data types, anything that you'd like to analyze. Commercials long, if that's something you're interested in, then you can chart it. If you are a COT Base Pro member, that means you can actually download our data. You can also get an indicator. You can use a NinjaTrader. So that's the COT Base Pro. It offers everything in the premium, the website access. And then, of course, as I showed you this example on gold, we have the iCOT Intraday Indicator, our own unique indicator that we developed after many years of research. The one that has only the signals, and the one, of course, with AfterSignal, giving you buy-sell signals on the chart themselves, filtering out a lot of the signals and letting you know which one you can really act upon. So a lot to do here at COTbase.com. Thank you very much for being with me. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you in my next COT review. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye.